Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is like it's an FPS, but half of the game you don't actually shoot anything for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
which is the weird part about it, right? Like, I like the idea of building up a place that you have to then defend,
Mm-hmm.
right, from an enemy team, and they're building up their place, and then you guys got to defend. But 3v3, for one, I don't think is not the format for that. You need a larger team per side, because this way you can actually dedicate people to pushing and defense. If you've got something more like, a 5v5 or a 10v10,
Mm-hmm.
that format. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just that it's 3-on-3, and there's so much downtime in it.
really
It
dogs,
I mean,
really.
it just honestly seems like it was an idea. It could use a little bit more, um, what's the word? I guess you could say, polish, really. Um,
Yeah,
but it was kind of, like, not done any great services by having it what is this?
I mean,
By having it there, by having it, where it was placed
well,
in
see,
the
people were talking about how this game could have been stealth dropped and it would have been like fine, and
fine. Yeah,
it would have had like
that's what
all
I
these
meant.
different people and all this other stuff in it. It's like, no, 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 no. My prediction is if this thing got shadow dropped, it would probably top out anywhere between 9 to 12K, and then just flux between that. It would have been mediocre. It would have been just a standard normal thing, and whether or not it survives purely depends on who was paying for it, how much they put into it, and if their format with 10K players is enough to sustain them at that point.
Yeah, but the thing is
Which it might be, so because
and that's the thing,
it
that's the
was
thing
an
that I
indie
was thinking.
studio of X whatever devs, right?
Yeah, it set the expectations super high to where all of these people are suddenly talking about it, and
Yeah.
you're like, "This wasn't necessary." It really wasn't, like, we didn't need to have all of this where everybody's talking about this game. Um, it should have been just, like, kinda like, "Oh, that's a thing, and this is an option," but no, it was put at the end of the gaming awards as, like, the pièce de résistance, the thing that everybody needs to, like, pay
Well,
attention
see,
to,
that's
and
the
we're
thing.
like
It's like usually that last one though. I think is like the big cinder, right?
yeah,
The game awards. So the fact that it was this,
yeah,
and
everyone was
we
kind of
just
like,
had
"Why
the
would you"
hero shooter completely fell.
Yeah, it was so stupid, it was very confusing.
Yeah, and
The
then their
whole insult.
gameplay trailer that they launched the day of launch, they should
Mhm.
have probably had started with that. It
Yeah.
looked better
Mhm.
than, than what they actually had put out. Um, yeah, to be honest, if I was into FPSs, this game might actually might be something I'd be interested in. The problem is, like right now, for whatever reason, they're having a lot of technical difficulties, essentially,
Yeah.
right? Like there's people still complaining about how they can't get a match to run
Really?
because
See, that's
either they get kicked or
Mhm.
they'll get into games, then people will quit, or they'll get kicked, or what this, that, and the other. Because there were people complaining about it earlier today, still about having that issue, and I somebody was commenting on, yeah, but the game is really good once you get there, and I was just like, that is like the most brain dead take I think I've heard today, because if you've got to wait 30 minutes or longer to get into your PvP match, it
yeah.
doesn't matter how good it is at that point, because you've
Yeah.
waited 30 minutes. In today's world, that's not exactly an easy thing. This isn't World of Warcraft from 2006,
Yeah,
where we would wait 30 minutes to an hour for a battleground to pop and
I mean,
absolutely love it. And we're in the day of people having to be like, if your shit ain't working, they're not there.
I I I I yeah, it's man, it's kinda it makes me I feel bad for these guys, honestly, because 'cause I'm like, "This really shouldn't have, like, the hate that it gets, because it's fine."
Yeah.
It just is what it is, but my hubs plays Destiny 1, which is a dead game. They are not doing anything for it. at all. They're all in on Destiny 2. They've moved on. The weapons are upgraded and they're tweaking and doing things on that game. Destiny 1 has been dead for years, but even he like doesn't spend 30 minutes looking for a match. Like there's still like some diehards that, I mean, people sometimes from the streaming space will wander over there and be like, "There's still people here? God bless you." It's like that kind of thing. And even then, it's not 30 minutes for a freaking match. So, but the thing is, it's just like they're like 10,000. Well, now 11.5 thousand. But like when there were like 30,000 people, 40,000, 50,000 people, they were like, it's taking forever to find a match, and I'm like, that shouldn't be. I mean, my hubs is playing with like maybe 3,000 people worldwide, and it's not taking
Yeah, I
that
know.
long. So
That's why I say there's got to be some kind of, or that's why I was thinking there's got to be some kind of like back end issue.
yeah, there should have
Which
been
it
some
could,
beta testing that went with this game. Like this,
yeah,
this really should have been a quiet drop.
they should have beta tested, had at least like a decent, good beta test or two. It
Yeah.
definitely needed it. But I think also it has something to do with the fact that it requires secure boot
Oh.
just to play properly.
I don't know what that is, but it
um,
sounds obnoxious.
I haven't actually. I'm not 100% sure either. I'm just gonna like the first time I have ever heard it had everything to do with Final Fantasy 11. Sorry, no, it had everything to do with Windows 11, right? And I'm
Hmm.
like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay,
Mhm.
and like the girlfriend's older son was trying to reformat a hard drive on his Windows 11 laptop,
Mhm.
and it's got like this, I don't know what the fuck it is, some kind of boot keylogger or something another bullshit that apparently I guess is like automatically installed on Windows 11 machines now, and then you have to go to Windows themselves to get the encryption key to fix it and shit. And I'm just like, no. Whoever thought that was a good idea needs to be shot in the dick. I mean, seriously, I don't care if you're no. For
Yeah.
Windows 11 to try and sit there and say, in order for us to prove that it's our copy, blah blah blah, or to prevent people, it's like, look, I have a hard enough time trying to avoid downloading your shit. I don't
Right.
want to. I don't need you to, hold me hostage with a keylogger thing so I can't reformat my hard drive over this bullshit. But anyway, so yeah, it has something to do with the BIOS and stuff, and I've never actually heard of it until recently. So,
So that
but
was
it
just a
requires secure
huge
boot, I guess,
yeah, that was a huge mess up there. That was like a bad idea.
and it also requires some of our favorite anti cheat, easy anti cheat, I think. So
Mhm. That's always good. That's stuff that never screws up the gaming experience. That's always
yeah.
a good idea.
Let's see. Secure boot is designed to protect a system against malicious code being loaded and executed early in the boot process. You know what, people? Can we go back to Darwinism on the PCs? Like seriously, we do not need uh, you know Microsoft or whatever to come in here and to save everybody from all the viruses and bullshit like that and stuff. Just let them get infected, let them fuck around and find out and destroy their systems or whatever it is. Just stop trying to stop this shit. I'm tired of this crap.
I
Uh,
I'm of two minds about it just because of the fact that my husband works in IT, and seeing what people go through when they get like ransomware or something like that is so awful. I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. I mean, I really like the pictures of my old cat and stuff. So,
well, see, that's the thing. I just avoid that stuff.
but the thing is that you don't know. Like if they're determined to wide sweep for whatever reason, they're gonna get you unless you're very sophisticated
Then I'm
or
very sophisticated. That's what I'm just going to go with. Look, I used LimeWire
mhm.
as much as anybody else, and I never once had a virus from it. You know
Yeah.
why? Because I knew the file size of an MP3 and could go look and go, that doesn't actually look like song to me. while the rest of us remember getting nothing but viruses 50% of the time, if not more. So I'm just going to go with I'm more sophisticated than the rest, and everybody should adapt to me at this point. Um, no,
Well,
but
I
as
don't
for
think they should go
Highguard,
with the lowest common denominator, but I think they should find a denominator that's got a little bit more grace on it than your very high standard,
yeah,
apparently.
that's right. No, but seriously, this game is pretty mediocre. So,
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard
but
it's fine, but, like, to
here's
have that many downvotes, like, it shouldn't be mostly negative, it should be
no,
fine.
it was riding on the Concord 2.0 grift train.
Yeah, and people were lining up to hate this game. They
Yeah,
really were.
it just it was the wrong time for this game. It should have just been a stealth drop that
I
nobody knew about.
It would have been better if they just let you do your own character designer. I don't know why these places are, like, determined to lock you into something. Like, at least it made sense in Concord because they were like, "Well, we're
Probably,
gonna do vignettes, and we're gonna make all these characters have very specific personality types." I'm like, "I don't care,
you know,
but sure."
I
Uh,
actually do like that ability. It's like the few times that something like Soul Calibur or somebody lets you do it,
mhm.
where you can actually make your own fighting character and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do that more often.
Yeah, that's what they do in Destiny, and I mean, I hate first person shooters. If you watched me play Jack 3 the other day where they had me, like, shooting things, there was a substantial amount of time where I was staring at stars. I was like, "I don't feel like this is correct because 'cause I'm shooting a land-based
And it
animal,
is
but
Friday,
somehow
isn't it?
Huh?
I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I can't wait for Meg to start streaming so I can see what she was playing. Then I never went. I think I got like really tired yesterday or something. I
Oh,
don't know what my
thanks.
deal
Well,
was,
I
but
appreciate your viewership, it means a
but I
lot.
was trying to watch it
Sure,
yesterday.
sure, dude, sure, whatever,
I
man,
was.
whatever. But yeah, but
Must be a
yeah,
pretty
I spent
fast.
a very a sizable amount of time staring at the sky, and I was like, "I don't feel like this is right." So so I don't like first person shooters, but having designing my own character does make me kind of, like, feel a little bit more ownership, and, like, when I die in game, I feel a little bit more responsible and sad. So, no Thomas tonight? It doesn't seem so.
Oh,
I think we've been
Thomas
abandoned.
had a schedule change, so he may or may not pop in for like a few minutes here and there.
Yeah. Also, he's
But
been saying how cold it is out here in Southern California, so,
yeah, he
maybe
may have shriveled up and died. I don't
yeah,
know. Ice
he
might have
could
been
find the
involved.
extra
Who knows?
sweater that you need out here. It's, like, maybe gonna hit the 60s, you know? It's like, "Oh,
Oh
burr."
gosh, California and your 60-degree weather. Wow.
I know, you guys
It's
you got
snowing out here now, by the way.
oh my I know, it's so funny, but see,
We
the thing is that
finally
so I do hold to the fact that it does get cold in Southern California. It just doesn't get freezing in Southern California. There's a difference. You guys are like, "Oh, you think that's cold? It's like negative." No, no, that's freezing. That's different. Cold stops at 32 degrees.
Yeah,
That's when you get to freezing, we should tell Candace Owens because she doesn't know that apparently, but, that's bro, I was just like, "This has to be bait. No way this is real. This has gotta
you're
be
gonna have to
fake."
tell me because how in the world does somebody not know that?
She was like, "Oh my gosh, why isn't the ice melting? It's 30 degrees outside." "Because the
Because
freeze."
30
"What?"
degrees is below freezing for
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Everybody was like, "Are we being truck? Are we being punked?
That's
What's
gotta be a
happening?"
troll. There's no way. Like,
It
you know,
had to be a troll, but, I mean, she's not funny enough for that. I'm still confused about
it,
it. I feel like I
it
got punked, and I need to talk about
sometimes
it.
sometimes she can be funny. Twice a day, it's like the whole broken clock thing.
But
Even
it's
the
not
unfunny
intentional.
can occasionally be funny once in a
Yeah,
while.
but the thing is that, like, she's not, like, intentionally funny. When she's trying to be funny, it comes off as cringe. They have fun
Alright,
tonight.
see
I
you,
am gonna
Joe.
eat dinner
Have a
and head
good
straight to
night.
bed. Oh, alright, Joe. Thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for dropping by. Give your little kitties a
Wasn't
hug.
here for that long. But no, so the Steam charts finally started counting their numbers, which is about where I thought they would be,
Yeah,
peaking at about 12K, almost
which is
13K,
fine.
which is which I mean, it, if you
It's
spend 400 billion on your live service, 10K is not good enough.
okay, wait, how much
Not
did they spend
anywhere
on this game?
close. But I am pretty sure they did not spend that much on their
No.
live service.
No, it looks it
Actually, I
looks
wonder if
like
there's a number out there.
it looks like an inventive version, like a more interesting version of, like,
Or,
Concord or Fortnite or just, like, any sort of hero shooter where it's kind of like the colors are kind of overwashed out and everything, it's super bright for no reason.
what's the word for how much they spent on something?
What? You mean overhead?
Uh,
Hello, unicorn poop. Wow, what a name. Oh, hi, simple kitty cat.
okay, unicorn
I'm
poop.
sorry, I'm reading chat like a good streamer
Well,
does.
I can't see chat right now. There are no public figures on how much Wildlight Entertainment spent developing Highguard. The industry suggests development costs exceeded 10 million based on studio size, around 100 employees, 4 years of development. Studio was reported fully funded by 2023. Um,
See, this
indicating,
I don't know
external investment.
I don't know how much money this has. I don't know
Mhm.
how good the legs on this game are gonna be for the people who actually do find it fun. Not, not groundbreaking, not, "Oh, bro, you gotta get on this game," but, fun, fine, interesting. "Hey, I got a horse in a shooter game." That's kind of different. The things that you, like, were locked into doing
Mm.
seems very annoying to me, but,
This-
again, I don't play these games, they are not my bag, so
So the estimate is about 10 mil, just based on the kind of game,
mhm,
how many people work at the studio,
okay.
and how long it was in development. And they also apparently reported that they were fully funded to do this game by
Mhm.
the end of 2023. So somebody invested into it. We don't know who to fully fund their endeavor. So there's a good likelihood that about 12,000, if they have enough wells and stuff like that, absolutely can probably sustain themselves for a long period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the legs that the game itself has, like, if people stick around, because in a live service game, really, if you lose your player base, you kind of die. Like I said, Destiny 2 is a dead game, but the players that love it still love it. They still come around, it still gets a couple of new people in here every now and then, so it's held alive by a small but mighty contingent of players. So, I mean, if Highguard can hold on to that, then that's good on him, you know? I just don't know because this is the first week.
No,
I can't imagine that people are, like, super amped on it, though.
I think they do have a lot to fix.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, they should have
2
beta
times
tested.
sound ridiculous.
That whole having to shatter the crystal bullshit, like that
Ugh.
whole mining process, needed to probably be scrapped a long damn time ago. That was unnecessary. Doesn't need to be in there.
It just seems
Um,
frustrating. Like, doing that as a side mission or a side gig, like, if you wanna build up a house or something like that, like, if you turn this
if
into,
you
like
were playing an MMO, maybe, but you're trying to defend or fortify and defend a base here.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah,
It's
it,
just
there,
it yeah, it's like, "Hey, stop fighting shooting that guy. Go mine in the corner." I'm like, "No, this seems bizarre." I it just like, again, I like the idea of the medieval setting. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of fun." I like the idea of, like, jump on horse mid-thing. I think
apparently I
somebody
can't
else had
talk.
a bear that he could jump on, and he was very excited about it, so they were like, "It's fine, it's fun enough, but it's not like it's."
Well, I think the biggest part is the fact that it's an FPS,
Yeah.
and again, half of it you're not shooting anything.
Yeah,
That's the
that's the
biggest
thing.
problem. It's like an Apex or Fortnite or anything else, Call of Duty, Battlefield. when you're not shooting anything, it's generally because you're moving from point A to point B and there's nobody in the area, and then you get to the area and boom, you start shooting again.
Yeah, I
But
think
this is
it's
like a good, the first half of the game, 5 to 10 minutes of the game, you're just not shooting anything.
yeah, I think that there's that there should be 2 elements to this game. There should be an element where you're basically able to do kind of like a mining sort of thing, you build up your resources and all that crap. It's basically an FPE and FP, um I'm sorry, not FP, blah, 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 a PvE and PvP sort of, situation, wherein, for the main body of the work is in going out and shooting other people in the face, but because they yearn for the mines, they should have a segment where you can go and mine stuff and it kind of, shoot random enemies or something like that, and you get stuff for that, some sort of grindy mechanic over there, build up a hub or something like that where you can like be on like a make clans and stuff like that. So, that would be a way to utilize that. But honestly, I feel like the match felt really messy. Watching it, I was like, I'm very confused. I'm very tired. I don't care anymore. I liked the idea of a horse. Like I liked some of the concepts, but just it's like there's too much weird stuff to do. It's like, like it's like the mining while shooting seems kind of obnoxious. They're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get in there and blast your face. First, we're gonna go and like go talk to the shopkeeper." And I'm like, I don't want to talk. I want to shoot that guy in the face. It's very important to me in my life. So, it just really seems like it was not play tested by actual gamers. It was play tested by people who were like,
Yeah,
"Does this thing work?" You know?
yeah. Like, I like the concept.
Yeah,
It definitely needs work. Like, I'm
yeah,
not sure how to make it work. I'll just be brutally honest. I have no idea how to attempt to make something like this work, with the exception, or without adding more people to it. But
yeah.
if they're going to have issues just getting games up and running,
Mhm.
that's not exactly a plausible thing when you can't
Yeah,
get
step
60
1,
people.
make a game work properly.
But yeah, so here's Ninja and them, I guess, quitting at the start or something like that.
Really?
I have to
Yeah.
stop the shield
Hey
breaker.
guys, I'm
I tried
sorry.
turning it up, but
This
it won't
game
go
is
higher.
very, very boring. I forgot what it is.
Oh, he's gonna leave. All right, our random. Yeah, you're gonna leave.
Bro, I don't know. This game is.
Yo, bro played one game and he's out, dude. Yo. And now
Yeah, that's
me
so
and this
dumb.
other guy
Now
have
you're
to
in a
stop the
2v3.
shield
Hey
breaker.
guys, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I
it's not
saw
loud enough to
Asmongold.
really tell, but they're talking about um, leaving because they're not having any fun with it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Which again comes to that whole if half your game
yeah.
doesn't have the element that people chime in for.
Yeah. Well, I do remember, I think it was Moist Critical was talking about it, saying that it's got like a really big map and it's like really, really spread out. So
Yeah,
yes, that's true though. I remember watching Asmongold playing it and he was like, dang, fortunately there's a horse and you get to, summon, magic horse that spawns in like magics himself in and then magics himself away. Spirit horse, I guess. And so that helps you traverse to get to the enemy's place. But it doesn't feel high stakes enough until it does, like
yeah.
there is a huge amount of space and it just seems like it's
It's
made for larger teams or like armies or
yeah.
something like that.
That's why I
It
keep
just
saying they need more people.
yeah, it either needs more people or it needs less space, or they could just toss in some random enemies in the middle, like some PvE sort of
Like I
trolls
think
that just
those.
attack everybody, make something difficult. So they're attacking your place. You could turn them to your side or something like that if you take out their high guard or something like that. Like stuff
Yeah,
like that. But there's like a lot of space where there's like nothing interesting to do. And then you get to the other guy and then you get shot and then you have to start all over again. You're like, son of a so yeah, it's just yeah,
yeah.
like
I mean, all they need is like they could take the castles or whatnot, build them up real quick, pull them out, put it into deathmatch mode, right? and
Yeah.
then have 5 people fight it out or something in a deathmatch mode in the castle, and there's plenty enough space there
Yeah.
because it's so freaking large. But
The maps are
that's
just
the thing.
they're
It's too big. It's so big that they inputted this horse, right? And you can shoot people off their horses and mounts and stuff, right? Which is cool. That is fun. That is amazing. I love that idea. However, there's also just 3 people.
yeah.
That's the problem. I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest problem is there's just 3 people. So, in order to chances are all 3 are gonna, uh, you know, move around as a unit if they know what
Yep.
they're doing.
There's gonna be a lot of hand
So
holding.
the chances of you actually getting to a point where you can engage in this mechanic of shooting somebody off their horse or something probably isn't ever going to really happen
No.
that often. Um,
Well, yeah,
not
because you're
naturally.
yeah, because you're locked into either defending your castle or going to their castle, and who knows where everybody is.
Well, see, you got to fight for the sword, right?
Oh, that's
Um,
right, the shield
see
breaker or
what it is.
something.
Shield breaker comes out in like 5 minutes
Hmm.
after you started the match.
And that's fun. Waiting for
And,
5 minutes to really be able to do stuff. You're like, that's
in that 5 minutes, you're building up your defenses, and then whoever wins the shield breaker, I guess, is the attacking army.
I guess I don't
And
know.
then whoever, from what my understanding of watching other people play it, was if you win the shield breaker, you're the attackers, I guess.
Hmm.
So when you put it in the thing, you get to attack the defenders who are now defending with their base. So it's
Yeah,
up to
but
you to
you can
destroy their
drop the
base. But
shield
if you
breaker too,
don't
right? If you get
succeed,
killed.
then everything restarts, and then you got to wait 5 minutes for the shield breaker to come back.
Yeah, see, that's a lot of time of not shooting the other
Yeah,
people in the face. And that's kind of why you're playing this game. You're playing this game to be like, "Got you, sucker!" Like that's literally
and
the exciting part of it. I've
and
watched people play these games. I mean, I don't understand them, but
the shield breaker is a dumb concept altogether.
it's so annoying.
It's like whoever gets the ball gets to take the first shot. We
Yeah.
get it. You've got this sword, and we don't even get to use the damn thing. Uh, it'd be better if it was like, on par with like the rocket launcher or something from, old FPS games or something like that. And it's like you got the BFG from Doom. That's the shield breaker, right? Uh, and you could actually use it, but it would be one of those things that like doesn't show up on the map very often, and it might be hidden somewhere, this, that, and the other, and you got to go find it. It'd be a different thing then. But yeah, it's just you spend too much time doing a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You spend too much time not shooting the other people in the face in an environment in which you would want to shoot someone in the face.
But anyway, it looks like somebody had them take out the fact that they were Apex and Titanfall developers.
Oof.
I'm going to assume the current holder of Apex Legends and Titanfall probably looked at them, looked at the shitstorm, and said, "Hey, Chief, I'm going to need you to remove our names from your vicinity."
Yeah. I don't know why people are calling it Concord 2.
So they did that. Well, I know why they're calling it Concord 2 is because it looked and gave that feel of Concord.
I mean, it didn't though, because like it's not
So
so
for everybody
laughably
else,
woke. I mean, I mean,
that's
I'm
the one thing they cite. Look, I'm telling you what they cite. It
mhm.
looked like Concord. It felt like Concord from that initial trailer. That's it. That's all they've gone with.
Yeah.
And it's just like I've tried to do that, and I can't get it to happen. It's just a mediocre game, guys.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm like, it's just meh. I mean,
Concord was a disaster. This,
Concord gave a giant robot pronouns. Like
yeah, I
this
know,
was
seriously.
like ridiculously
It was a
woke,
trash can, by the way.
Huh?
I think it was a sentient trash can. The robot?
Yeah, I don't
I'm pretty
remember what
sure
it
it was a
was.
compactor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it
a
was like a
trash
trash
compactor?
compactor. It was kind of roundish though. And then there was like these there were just like a lot of fat people and ugly people and just like you didn't want to be any of these heroes. And Highguard, you're like, they're fine.
Mediocre.
They're not offensive. They're fine. I'm not excited about any of them. I'm not like, "Oh, I need to play that, homie," like, I don't. But
Thomas and I did the thing.
I don't know why everybody I just
Where we
never understood
post the
the,
same
like,
thing.
massive amount of hate, except that it's kind of fun to kinda, like, crap on bad games, but I'm like, "This just seems like it's meh." Highguard is fine when you don't have an internet in your ear telling you it's nasty. Oh, I played h 7 hours of Concord this weekend, and immediately they went back in.
Yeah, so the journalists aren't helping.
No, they're not. Stop telling us that it's good.
And it's the same
Just
guy too. That's the sad part, right?
yeah.
Morgan Park here. Where's the big one? Is
Yeah, it's just
there's a bigger one of him somewhere?
it just
Did
looks
I
like
not put it
meh.
in
Like,
here?
if this is your jam, you'll jam to it, but it just to me, it looked like a mess. It looked like there was just too much that was happening. It's not a bad game, but it's like out of 10, it's like maybe a 5. I mean, you get points for, originality. Like I said, I like the idea of being able to ride a horse or ride a bear. I wonder if they would've let you ride a dragon eventually. That'd be cool. But, yeah, the not working part, that's kind of really bad. The whole, "Now, okay, we're gonna get into this fight, but first you must mine." That seems kind of irritating and, not really what I signed up for. So, it's just meh, like, it basically evened out to, like, a 5, maybe a 6 if you're really into this kind of game, but
That's the same one I already had up there.
yeah, it's just a lot of, like, but people were hating on this game so hard that I understand why, the journalists got super protective. They're like, "That's not fair," and I'm like, "I don't think it's fair. I think that you're right. It's not fair,
Yeah,
but also, this game is
they're
not good. It's fine."
they're out there going, hey, if you spend more than like 4 hours in the game, you give it a good review and stuff like that. And it's like, no kidding, really? Usually, people who continue to play a game like said game, therefore they give it a good review. That's how this thing works.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, not always, but sometimes.
I if I spent 4 hours in a game and I didn't like it, I'm doing this for work of some sort or because I lost a bet, like, that's it, It's just like, look, I think that the rage on it was overblown because people hated it when they first saw it, and they were like, "It's like Concord." I was like, "No, no. From an artist's perspective, it does not look like Concord. It has the same washed out aesthetic, which is annoying, but it does
That's
not."
why it did that.
Hmm?
That's why it did this.
Yeah. Well, I think that a lot of people were gonna jump on it because of how it was placed. It should have never been at the end of the Game Awards. They got screwed over by, like, being overhyped.
Oh yeah.
It should have never had this many eyeballs on it, like, because this
If
many
anything, it
people would
should have
never
been
have
in the
liked
middle
it.
of the Game Awards at some point. It was one of the
Yeah.
standard games.
Yeah, like, also this game is happening, not like, "The game you've all been waiting to see." Like,
Well,
"Wait, what?
that's what we
Nobody,
got.
no, don't do that."
And then we got this game, and everyone's like, "I'm sorry, what? What is this?"
Man,
Yeah.
journalists should
So
just shut up, though. You're like, "No, no, you don't understand. You're like an anti, marketing tool at this point. You're just like every time you say something, it makes gamers wanna go against you, you know?"
either way, we're gonna find out in about a week or so. We'll come
Yeah, the
back. We'll
counter
check
legs.
back in on it. We'll see where it sits. And we'll figure out if the thing is still kicking or not.
Yeah. I mean, I have no ill feelings for this. I don't